Hey guys, I'm Mel. Welcome back to Peachy Bunny Bakes. I want to show you guys how to make these artsy watercolor macarons. We've made macarons before on Peachy Bunny Bakes, but those were using the French mirroring method. This time I wanted to show you how to make them using the Italian mirroring method, which is more stable, and I think the outcome is better in terms of texture. And I'll also show you guys how to paint a macaron shells. So are you ready? Let's make some gorgeous macarons. Before we start, preheat your oven. For the ingredients, you need some egg whites at room temperature. Separate the egg whites and yolk when the egg is cold because it's easier that way, and then leave the white at room temperature. You'll also need some icing sugar, almond powder, water, and some granulated sugar. Start off by sifting the almond powder and icing sugar together. This will take a while, but you can't skip this step. Once you're done, set that aside and prepare a large mixing bowl that's water and oil free. Now start beating one portion of your whites on medium to medium-low speed. And while you're beating the egg whites, pour all your sugar and water into a small saucepan. Melt the sugar over low heat. Once the sugar is melted, turn the heat up and cook till the syrup reaches 118 degrees Celsius. Then you want to place the whole pot in water immediately. This is to stop the cooking process. Dry the bottom of the pot. Then turn your mixer down to low speed and really slowly pour the syrup into your egg whites. And once you've poured in all the syrup, turn your mixer up to high speed. The mirror is ready when it reaches body temperature, so you can feel the bottom of the mixing bowl to tell. And while we're waiting for the Italian mirroring, you can pour your remaining whites into your dry ingredients. Simply mix with a spatula till you get this paste. Now the Italian meringue should be almost done. You can add in some food coloring. And now we'll mix the Italian meringue with the paste. Add in about a quarter first. Using a spatula, just fold the mixture in. You don't have to be too gentle or worry about breaking the air bubbles or anything at this stage, because this process is called macaronage and you are supposed to break the air bubbles inside the batter. Gradually add in all the meringue and mix till you reach this consistency. I don't really know how to describe this, but you get the idea. Transfer your batter to your piping bag right away and then just pipe them out onto a baking sheet or silicone mat. I'm using a piping tip number 10, that's a 1 cm piping tip. Then tap your baking sheet onto the counter to release the bigger air bubbles. Then bake the macaron shells in your preheated oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. So the great thing about the Italian mirroring method is that even if you don't rest the batter, the shells still have feet. Now it's time to make the filling. You need some whipping cream, granulated sugar, and some salted butter at room temperature. Start off by heating the cream till it's warm. And now we'll be making caramel. Sprinkle a really small portion of your sugar into a pot and melt it over low heat. When your sugar is all melted, add in some more, making sure that every time you only add in a really small portion. Then turn the heat up to high to caramelize the sugar. You can judge by the scent and the color to know whether it's done, but don't be fooled by the pot because, like my pot here, it makes it look really dark when it's not. Add in the warm whipping cream and then turn your heat back up to low and just cook till the mixture is incorporated. And once your caramel has cooled down to about body temperature, you can start adding it gradually into your butter. Using any piping tip you want, pipe your buttercream onto a macaron shell and form a sandwich. Now your macarons are done, but if you want to make them look extra special, here's how. For the edible watercolor, add a few drops of vodka or any clear alcohol to food coloring powder. You can use any colors you want and be really creative with the step. And now your watercolor macarons are done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!